Well, maybe say something about the caliber of all the crews that we are so close together. I think that's just a credit to all the teams who are involved, and even the teams who maybe not having a chance of winning. You just know, they're all bloody good. So I think in that sense, we nailed it this time with everybody. Well, we still approach it like how we've been approaching the last legs. Why would you change anything dramatically when you've been the top performer? And I think as well, probably people have seen the way how we communicate and how we're dealing with even like a little setback when you are behind, clawing back. I think that's something what we know that especially one particular red boat, they're getting very nervous, and another red boat has a bad history. If you think back about Telefonica, that they actually would have had it in the back and then they lost it. So in that sense, we don't feel any pressure. Of course, there's some pressure, but that's just a natural one. But I think just the people who we're having on board, I think we might be having psychologically a step forward as well. I think when the opportunity is there, you would throw it at one of the red boats. Of course, they will try to do the same on us. But I think it's you cannot afford to match race one team, because then it's the classic one, two dogs fighting on the bone. The third one runs away with it. So that is just our approach will be we just sail our own course, and of course once we are getting ahead, then you have to start looking over your shoulders and stay. There's the classic one, stay in between the finish and your opponents. But we're not going to do any crazy things. Well, that's of course it's a really nice thing, but like as well, like what I think I said, like it's just the mental part, and just that they're wondering how can the same boat who has been maybe in the beginning part of the race so much slower than we've been, how can they go faster than us? And I thought that's always one of these things. But I'm not talking only Mafra, because Mafra stayed relatively close. I think Dongfeng got one way harder smashed in the head, that we passed him and actually sailed away with such a big distance. So that's probably, it's way harder for the Chinese team. Yeah, of course, the first part will already be tricky leaving Gothenburg. If we go to Den Haag, just go to Almagrunden. There's a lot of exclusion zones basically where we can't go outside. There will be, I think, a lot of spectators because it's midsummer night. So all the Swedes having a day off. And then once we pass Almagrunden, we go up north, direction Norway. And then coming back, it looks like it's actually going to be pretty light. Even what we think, at least the last couple of days, the forecast has been changing quite dramatically. Then we have to go around an island called Lezo to put some extra marks in where some rocks are. And then into the harbour of Aarhus. I think as well, knowing the Danes so well, they will all have taken a day off and probably having their first beer already at 8 o'clock in the morning. So and then going back, and I think the decision will actually only fall in the last part once we're through the traffic separation zone, because there's not a lot of ways where you can go. There's one gap where you have to go through, and we have to go one final mark rounding very close to the city of Amuiden and towards Den Haag. So it will be a tricky one. Right now it looks only that we're finishing Monday morning, somewhere early in the early hours. The race committee might still change it, might shorten the course, but I think what will happen. So it will be full on. I think we don't care. If we're becoming fourth and they're becoming fifth and sixth, or we're becoming fifth and they're becoming sixth and seventh, that's it. It's all about the win. So winning is still one of these things. It would be nice to be first into our hometown. But that's not the priority. The priority is just beating the red boats. And I think that line I've been saying now for the last 4 months since we were in Auckland. If we want to have a chance of winning, we have to beat them. And up to now, it has been going pretty well. Yeah, of course, it will be a nice one to tick off, because results are only results. But of course, it will be nice to win this event, because put quite a bit of time in it, so it will be a nice payback. We speak in Den Haag, but anyway, whatever's going to happen, I like to be staying involved in some capacity of the race, whatever, like either as a sailor or just finding the money again to do a team, because I just love the race. So I will never say that I'm gonna leave it all behind me. Yeah, we can say that. I think a better thing for the sport and for the race couldn't have happened. 3 boats who can win, and the yellow boat will prevail. Hopefully.